Pisces, this is Just with your December 1st, 2019 weekly reading. Hope you guys are having an enjoyable day so far. Pisces, this particular week, I see a few things. Well, I do see that some of you are moving. Some of you could be literally moving this week or over the weekend or by next weekend. You're moving. You're letting something go. You're moving on from a situation that could have been probably very taxing and toxic for you. And this was a slow process to get to this place, but you're making slow steps in order to move away from a toxic situation. You will find that where you're going next, wherever this move is, for all of you, will be different. For those of you who are moving, obviously, you'll find that this one is a much better fit. Okay, the kids are happy. If you have any, you're happy. It's a peaceful place. It's something that's more enjoyable, something that you probably want it to be, the place that you want it to be. So the end of the week looks very good if moving is on the agenda or moving into a new space. Now, when it comes to finances and career, some of you may have been overworked, overwrought to some extent. That may continue, by the way, for the next 3 days or 3 months for some of you out there. And then you come to a place of calm. Then you can go visit people, travel, pick up with people that you probably didn't take time out to do so. You'll find that the workplace is really quiet, okay? It gets really quiet. I want to say, like I said, 3 days and 3 weeks from now. And that gives you time to start to focus and process other things that you haven't been able to do. If you're trying to move on to a new job, I do see that being possible. Possibly a lateral move if you're looking to move within the company. I could see that as well. And you will be getting praised for job well done, works well done, or you're getting accolades. I see rewards or being praised for a job well done, definitely. But again, I see a move. Now, this is not you moving on and leaving something. It's someone in your workplace or around you who's leaving you. And I do feel like for some of you, you may be finally tackling your health scare or issue, whatever has been ailing you, you're addressing that now. Coming out of a place of, like I said, stagnation and any addictions or toxicities that you've been let get the best of you, you're taking advantage of putting the steps forward to getting rid of that. Okay, so overcoming smoking, drinking, all of these things, really tackling it. In a very novice sort of way, right? But you're probably doing your research, going to your doctor, that sort of thing, knowing whatever it is you have to do, just staying away from it as best as you can, because you probably you want to live as long as you can, right? You want to be healthy and being on this earth, right? So a lot of you are focusing on a better health for yourself, which makes sense, especially after the holidays. A lot of people start to try to reverse any damage that they did around Thanksgiving. I see that trying to communicate with someone or wait for communication may have been a bit of a challenge, a struggle. I see someone could have been lying to you. Someone may still be withholding the truth or not being very honest. So be careful with people around you. If you sense like, I don't think I've gotten the full story, or I don't know, just expect it to be truths being hidden from you. It's going to come out. It's just going to take a slower time, a slower pace than normal. And this week, it may trickle out a little by little by little. You can probe and ask questions. Some of you will be doing that. You will be spying, researching. Someone could be spying on you, that sort of thing. You're trying to get down to the bottom of an issue with a child. Okay. I do feel like it's going to be favorable. I feel like whatever kickback you gave or rebuttal or response or whatever you initiated concerning your child or children, that is going to prove positive for you. A lot of you guys are standing in your strength. You're very confident this week, and you're feeling very stable financially, okay? Or just otherwise, like where you're going. The fact that you're not smoking, doing A, B, and C, you're feeling a lot better about it. And you're feeling more confident about the choices that you're making, especially if you're making good ones. Now, I would be conservative financially because I don't see like a bunch of money in your spread. But like I said, you do look good. You do look favorable as far as your finances are concerned. But I would still definitely try to hold on to as much money as you can. This is a season, at least, in particular areas of where you live, where people are spending and spending quite a bit because you're revving up for yet the bigger holiday. But try to see if you can hold on to 400, 4,000, 40. Try to hold on to a certain amount of money, because you don't want to look around and say, what the hell happened to all of my money? So just try to pace yourself as much as you possibly can. Because like I said, for some of you, if you're not moving this week, down the line, even probably around your birthday season, so by, what is that? February, March, some of you may up and leave. Some of you just may up and move, and you don't want to exhaust the finances that you have. So try to be conservative as much as possible, especially if you know some form of move may be imminent. Now, don't have the Fool card here or the Tower to suggest this move will happen out of your control or without, fair warning. But just know that I do see it almost kind of feels like something could come up within you, that almost like a domino effect, right? So just be conscious of that. Be conservative financially if you can. Now, toward the end of the week, like I said, looks really good. You may be going out, spending time with friends, family, children are a big focus. I feel like home life with your children will feel so great, amazing. You feel stable, you feel happy, you feel good. Okay. And some of you may be getting visitors. So if you're expecting that, that's going to go pretty well, especially if it's toward the end of the week, going into the weekend. If there was issues in your home life, okay, that can very well be resolved at this time now. Absolutely. Someone needs to kind of like let go of their hang-ups, but that can be resolved. Now, secretly, let's get into love. Secretly, someone's heartbroken. Someone has separated themselves from another, but that's not going to last very long, because the person is coming. Someone is coming because they, and it could have came on the heels of an argument, of some type of confrontation. And I feel that some of you are walking away from a relationship because you're dealing with a liar. It could be some of you that are, telling tall tales as well. But I do feel like someone is pulling all the way back because they need to establish, what is the big thing that Pisces always needs to establish? Boundaries. Yeah. So it's either you're pulling back or someone else is pulling back on you because they want to establish healthy boundaries. Okay, especially if you're dealing with an earth sign. Okay, if you're dealing with an earth sign, almost could be fire sign as well. If you're dealing with an earth sign, definitely they're teaching you the art of boundaries, right? You all could be doing this as well. Congratulations if you are. But that's the good thing. I feel like some of you are not happy in the situation that you are. There are lies, there's deception. To some extent, people are not being very honest or not communicating, or has been very rough in their communication. And it's like, where do we go from here after all the things that you've said, after all the things that you've done? And some of you may feel like the best thing to do is to leave, is to move on. This relationship is changing. And I feel like it's changing for the better if the two of you choose to stay in each other's lives. People are coming away from being in it for the wrong reasons, okay? It looks like the two of you are going to reconcile. I do see an olive branch being extended and coming back together again, reuniting, recommitting to one another, but it's more healthy. Now, how long will it last? Who knows? Because it doesn't seem like all the issues have been addressed. But right now, as we stand, the things that bound you in a toxic sort of way, those chains have been released. So now you have a clean slate. And that's kind of good, because with a clean slate, it's up to you and the other person to taint it, to ruin that clean slate. So if you know, Pisces, you're one of the ones that's being given this clean slate with your mate, do everything that you can to make sure that it's not you that is ruining it. I do see that someone's going to automatically, like out of the blue, propose to another person. They'll come back and, will you marry me? Be mine. Let's do it today. Let's do it in the house. Like something like that. Something like almost urgent. But be careful. Okay. Use your wits about yourself. Does this seem normal? Now, some people can do that, right? They just do it off the cuff. Let's do it. Let's do it. And they be together forever, But as a Pisces, I want you to, be discerning in this and look for any signs that says I need to be conscious and careful. Okay. But I definitely see someone coming back. I definitely see someone seeing the value in another person. Some of you may have gotten a psychic reading, or you've heard before that, oh, you guys will work things out, everything will be okay. This, for some of you, may be the time that is happening. Others of you, there may have been some disappointments just with venues and things like that, but you're already getting married. Like you said, your date is already set. It's just some disappointments around A, B, and C. And some of you had to realize that maybe, I'm a little too idealistic, or I'm letting this get the best of me. Let me step back and just kind of go with the flow. So going with the flow is going to be very helpful for you at this time. Pisces women. Yeah, if you're single, Pisces women, you're not going to be for long. That's kind of what I got. Pisces men, you may be going after a earth sign or a fire sign. Okay. I see that being very prominent. But it could be any sign. So to get caught up on the signs, you may be, taking a step back with an earth sign, moving forward with a fire sign. But as I said, it could be any sign here. Single Pisces, definitely, not every single Pisces is a general, but for some of you out there, absolutely, you will not be single for very long. You will have a very strong connection with someone else out there if you don't already, and you're considering, like, do I make this move? Do I move in? Especially if you guys are already in a relationship, there's a major decision to be had whether or not you move in with your person. Do you guys get married? There's not an urgency, but I think to someone in the relationship, there's a bit of an urgency to take things to the next level while the other person is still on the fence as to, are they ready? Are they ready to leave this behind and move into this new era of their life? And they're considering it. And I do feel like the two of you are going to get on the same page of like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm always getting this weird, I don't know, I can't believe I'm doing this type of thing. But nonetheless, you're doing it. And so in the extended, we're going to look a little bit deeper. Because I see relationships coming up for single Pisces as well. If you're out there, if you're meeting people, I feel like a lot of you guys are leaving behind people who have proven themselves to not be who has proven themselves to be a waste of your time. And you may be moving forward with someone who's always been around, but they are very slow moving. You really are seeing the difference. And it probably has a lot to do with this Neptune starting to go direct. So a lot of you guys are starting to see things far more clearly and taking stock and thus taking action. So singles, I see relationships coming. Couples, if there has been any conflict or confrontation or problematic issues, I see you guys getting on the other side of it as soon as the end of the week. And again, like I said, surprise proposals, moving in together. Let's really going with something, going with a feeling after possibly a heartbreaking or some separation between you and your mate, something like that, bringing the two of you together and really taking it up a notch. So that's what I have for you guys in the extended. We're going to look deeper into this relationship, see what's going on, not just this week, but down the line with couples as well as singles. In the description box below is where you can find all of the topics that we focus on in that extended reading. So if you're interested in that, click that link below and we'll finish up the love portion here. If you would like something personal with me, click the link to my website and you can set something up for yourself. If you would like to share, please do so in the comment section below. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, Pisces.